guys, drone worship in your face, and I got a fun one here for you. This is actually from RC Moment, courtesy of RC Moment. This is the JJRC Christmas Egg Wi-Fi edition with G-sensor control. And what's cool about this is that this one is actually very easy for beginner people to fly. We'll go into that, and it also has expert mode for those of you that understand how to use manual controls. This does have altitude hold in both using G-sensor and using manual controls, but I think you can turn off altitude hold when you're in manual controls on your cell phone. Now, I do not suggest manual controls unless you have been flying quads for a while, but I can tell you that the Wi-Fi lag is actually really decent. Like, it's not horrible lag. It listens to your phone very easily. I've not had a chance to test range yet, but from what I know, just kind of playing with it, it has really no latency lag between transmitter communicating with the bird. It's actually very easy to fly with the manual mode controls from the JJRC app that you can download. It's just called JJRC. If you actually type that in your Android or iOS, it will pop up. You could download that app and then set up all your manual controls, so you don't need the G-sensor to actually fly this. But for those of you that are beginners, the G-sensor is very easy. There's actually only a couple controls you got to know. One thing is that with the G-sensor, you can't actually do flips. You can only do flips when you are connected to the app and you're flying manual, or if you remove your hand from the G-sensor and you tap on your screen while you have the FPV up on the JJRC app, then you can do flips. It's actually kind of complicated how all that works. I'll go into that. So you can connect to the app and the G-sensor at the same time, and you can fly using the G-sensor controller and look at FPV, but you have to hold your phone to do it. There's no phone holster to hold it on the actual device itself. So this is really cool, man. This Wi-Fi camera on this thing is actually very good. I was super surprised by how good the camera is on this. Even though it's a 2 megapixel camera, it actually looks surprisingly well. And what's neat about this drone is it actually has a beauty mode setting for photos, so it actually enhances the quality of the photo to make it look more extravagant, let's say. Foldable arms, they do lock into place. We're not going to do that right now, but you can just push them down and then they pop in. And on the bottom, there's a little button you can push right there, and that releases the arms. The power switch is right here on the top. And if you look on the back here, right on the bottom, the charge port is right there. This only takes about, I don't know, 10 minutes to charge, 15 minutes, depending on how quick your wall unit is or your computer. And I think you get around 4 minutes of flight. We'll go ahead and test that today. But this is the JJRC Christmas Egg drone from RC Moment. So let's go ahead and get into the review. I'll show you guys both ways to fly this using the G-sensor and using the app. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty, guys. So I've got the JJRC Christmas Egg here in front of me, and the first thing we're going to do is show you how this connects. It's very simple, actually. You're going to go ahead and just turn on the on switch on the side of the G sensor, and then you're going to go ahead and hold your finger down on top, and you will see that this boots up. I'm going to go ahead and set it down. All right, we're going to make sure the camera's facing forward there so you can see that. The lights are on, and to arm it, all you're going to do is pull down and go up, and you can see the lights flickered and they've changed. So now we're going to go over the controls here real quick. This is your rates button. To take off and, well, to start the motors, arm the motors, you're going to click, and to disarm them, you're going to click again. That's also actually get the motors armed for takeoff. And when you click it, when it's flying, it will actually go into landing, basically. It's like auto land. This is ascend, this is descend, and this is to change your yaw, which will turn the fuselage of the egg like this. If you go over right or left, it'll turn the fuselage. This is the calibration button, which you should not need to use. That's more kind of for advanced flyers unless you really have to. The top one here is headless mode. The one on the left here is light control. And the one on the bottom, actually I think the one on the bottom is kill switch. So you got headless mode, kill switch, and light function. So if we click those, I'm not sure if it changes anything. Doesn't look like it. Perhaps it needs to be flying, but I had to rebind it again. Let's click. So there you go. You can turn the lights on and off, make them blink. We're going to go ahead and leave them on. So let's get ready to take off. So to take off, all you're going to do is tap, and you're going to give some altitude by pushing up. So this is G sensor controls. So all I'm going to do is lean forward, and it's going to go forward. I'm going to lean back. It's going to come back. Roll right, roll left, forward. Very easy to use. Whatever you do with your hand, it's going to do. Push forward, pull back. Push forward, pull back. Very easy to use. All right, let's change it to rates level 2 by clicking the trigger. One click. Now it's in rates level 2. Should be a lot faster. It is. Very quick. Pull back, push forward, right, left, very sensitive. That's rates level 2. We're going to go ahead and click up to rates level 3. Here's rates level 3. Oh yes, much more aggressive. Very twitchy, reacts perfectly. Oop. little bash there. Let's go ahead and straighten out the body. All right, rates level 2 is a little too crazy in here, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this back to rates level 1. And we're going to put this in headless mode. So no matter what I do, turning or yawing, it's still going to be forward is forward, back is back, pull it back, come home. All right, out of headless mode. Headless mode is the button right here. As you can see, it's altitude hold. Very simple to control, not much to it. So this is the G sensor mode. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring this over here. There we go. Fly it a little bit out here so you can see what it looks like in a little darker situation. And it's just very easy to fly. I've got a little more room to play here. And remember guys, you can have this connected to your phone for FPV. So if you turned on the app right now, you could still use the G sensor control, and you could have your phone in front of you to see what the camera sees. We're going to go over that in a minute. This is the first test. I'm going to run this battery out so you guys can see what kind of battery life this has. I'll go ahead and bring it back nice and quick. Snap it on the front. Let's go ahead and put it in rates level 2. Here's rates level 2. Oh, little tap off the wall there. Air brakes, coming back quick. Oop, 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 it recovered. So I'm actually very surprised by how stable this is. Let's bring it up just a tad bit. Oh, the battery might be starting to die here. Yep, that's it. So when it slammed like that, I went ahead and just killed the motors. So that's the battery life. Alrighty guys, this is going to be a quick overview of the app to show you exactly what it's capable of. I do not have it connected to the bird yet, but I will go ahead and show you how to do all that fun stuff here in a sec. I'm going to go ahead and go to connect, even though it's not going to be showing anything from the bird's camera yet. I want to give you an overview of how the controls work. So as you can see, we have quite the layout going on up top. The first thing you're going to do if you're not going to be flying with the G sensor and you would like to just fly with your cell phone using manual controls on the screen, first thing you're going to do is go to the little off button at the top. You're going to click it, and you will see now you have complete manual controls on the screen. Left is going to be altitude and yaw controls. The right is going to be pitch and lean. So basically pitch and roll. Okay, so if I was to use any of these, it would roll right, roll left, go forward, pitch backwards, and then this is how you bring up your altitude and bring down your altitude, basically ascend and descend. And this is how you turn the fuselage, which is the egg itself, how you turn the body left or right, and then you can choose a new direction with your pitch controls. So very simple. Basically all you do is set this right in the middle or wherever you want to set it. That's your altitude controls. So I believe middle is where it just kind of settles at. That's where it's just going to hold its altitude and kind of hang out, and you can use your your pitch and roll factor to do whatever you would like to do. If you would like to change the rates, you can see where it says 30% at the top. You go ahead and click that again. It goes up to 60% rates, which is more for intermediate pilots, and then 100% is more for expert rates. That's for very decent pilots, or as you get better, you can choose your rates. I suggest you stay at 30% until you get accustomed to things. Up in your left-hand corner, you can see I can take a picture. Click. I can start a video. So this is basically recording the screen right now of whatever is coming through the Wi-Fi camera. It's going to store the file in your gallery of your cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and click that. We're going to stop it. While I have manual controls pulled up, so I can't access the special features unless the manual controls are on, which as you can see I've turned them on. But if I come over here to special features, you can actually see that it says 360. That is for flips. It does an automatic flip. I don't think you can choose the direction. You just click it. It does a flip by itself. You have auto takeoff, auto landing, and then you have course set, which is really cool. It's the little squiggly thing down here. So if I was to click this anywhere on the right side of the pad, if I was to draw like this, it would automatically do that route. Pretty cool, huh? So I could, in essence, draw quite the crazy line, and it would follow this entire path like so. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? That's like waypoint settings. Very, very interesting that it can do that. That's actually really, really crazy. You just want to make sure that you're in a nice open field or something if you're going to be testing that feature, but that is definitely a very neat feature. So it'll be cool to test that out tomorrow when I get an opportunity. So we'll go ahead and close down special features. I'm going to go ahead and turn those off, turn those back on. We're going to hit stop. Close those auto functions. Let's see here. Bring up the manual controls again. Ooh, I might have done something here. I can't figure out how to pull up manual controls now. I've lost this whole side. Let's see if we tap it again. Okay, so if you just tap it again, it brings up the manual controls. So if you actually have this active, this squiggly at the bottom here, it removes the entire pitch controls, and it brings up a auto lay map so you can doodle, and it'll follow the course you set. So that's very interesting that it has this feature, especially for the price range of this bird. So enough about this. Let's go ahead and give this a buzz around. I'm going to show you guys the functionality of this thing. It's very, very cool. I'm super intrigued by the amount of technology in this little tiny bird. So cool. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I've got the Christmas egg in my hand here. I have the JJRC app pulled up with my cell phone. The G sensor's over there on the counter. We don't even need it for this. This is for the advanced pilots. This is going to be the complete breakdown. The first thing you're going to need to do is turn on your egg. Give it a second. Okay. You're going to pull down, go to your Wi-Fi settings. You're going to wait until you see JJRC pop up in your Wi-Fi settings here. We're going to give it a sec. Come on now. We need to refresh it. There it is, JJRC. We're going to go ahead and connect to it. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure that my, is it off? Settings. I want to make sure my data's off. Yeah, okay, good. Make sure your mobile data is turned off. We are going to push the back button. I'm going to go ahead and go to connect. We should see myself here in a sec. There you go. Look at how good that camera is, man. That is actually really fantastic. That camera is surprisingly good. I'm going to go ahead and start a screen recording here. So, give it a sec. There you go, screen recording. Not too bad, huh? Alright, got the GoPro on the head there. We're going to go ahead and set this down. Give me 1 sec to get everything set up here. Alright guys, I am going to be flying it with just my phone. We're going to go ahead and turn on the manual controls, as you can see, and I think we can actually do an auto takeoff here by bringing up the special controls right there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take off. If I can. No? There we go. It should hold its altitude. Now we're just going to control it with the pitch and roll here. It is definitely holding its altitude very well. We're going to take it down the hallway a little ways here. There we go. Bring her back. Slow it down a bit. So as you can see, these controls just are perfect. As soon as I tell it to do anything, it automatically listens. It's very easy. There's not much to it. You can change the yaw. There you go, yaw. Oops, try to keep it from hitting the wall here. There we go. Come on. Little taps there, tap. There we go. All right, let's bring up the altitude just a tad. Beautiful.
All right, remember guys, you can adjust your trim settings right here using all your trim setting controls. But there's some features I want to try here. Let's try a flip. I'm going to go ahead and tap the flip button here. Nice, nice. So you do have to choose a direction that you want it to flip. So we'll go to a back flip. I guess it got a little too caught up with itself there. So the back flip was not wonderful. Let's go ahead and set her back down. Make sure the front is facing out. And we'll go ahead and give that a shot again. Auto takeoff, give her some power here. Get her up, there we go. There we go. We'll try that back flip again, but this time we're gonna do it a little more further down the hallway. Flip button, pull back. There we go, nice tight flip. So that's really cool. That works out very well. Flip, we'll go right. Beautiful. Man, this thing just works really smoothly. And now guys, I want to try this feature out. I'm sure this is a really bad idea, but we're going to do it anyways inside the house just to see what happens. I'm going to start the draw on the screen here. Okay, we'll go forward. We'll make it do a couple loops, see what it does there. Loop and into the wall. I suspected that was going to happen. Okay, let's go forward here. Alright, we'll turn that feature off here until I can figure out where I'm at. Right, left, straight, forward. So that's a feature you really kind of want to play with outside, but it does work. Let's do some loops. Loops, loops, loops into the window. Into the window. Ah. Alright, let's bring her back out here. So that's definitely a feature you want to play with outside, but it does work. And the controls are very good, man. Let's take a picture here and see what it looks like. Picture. Picture, video. Alright. I started the video here. I'm not sure how much battery life I have. Not much battery life, huh? We'll see. Let's take it down the hallway and bring it back. The FPV is very good, surprisingly. I could probably fly like this. Oh, oh. Automatic stop. All right, so I can fly FPV, but this is a little tight to be doing that, so.
Alrighty guys, what do I think of the JJRC Christmas egg? I think this thing has a lot of technology packed in it. It's definitely a lot of fun. I've been amused with it since I started playing with it. I'm actually having a fairly good time with it. And as you can see with the G sensor, it's easy for anyone to fly. Obviously the phone controls are a bit more advanced, so as you get better flying it, you can definitely have some fun. I'm going to go ahead and supply the purchase links below, and I'm also going to throw in an $8 off coupon in there for you guys, so you can thank JJRC if you guys are interested. I think you can get this with the coupon for like $31 purchase price, so very cool, man. RC Moment, I give this a big thumbs up. It's rare that I do this, but thumbs up, man. I like this thing. I think it's a lot of fun, man. This is a great stocking stuffer for kids, man, or just adults, man. This is a cute novelty gift for people, so definitely digging it. But anyways, guys, big thumbs up for me. RC Moment, doing big things. I will catch you guys on the flip, man. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and check out the purchase links below. I will catch you guys on the flip. Toodaloo.